am not a king, I am not a saint. I have problems in my head, my friends told me I've changed. And I used to be gold like the first man made. Now I'm buried in the earth.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping right into U.S. government sources on UAP, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena.
That's right. And specifically, we're looking at whistleblower disclosures made to Congress.
Disclosures hinting at maybe technologies of unknown origin, perhaps even non-human intelligence.
And the real crux of it is this allegation that the executive branch might be holding back information.
Holding it back from Congress and, well, therefore, from you, the public.
Mm-hmm. And the data isn't public record stuff. It's described as coming from inside the executive branch, specifically accessed by a DoD employee.
Okay, so the report itself lays out, what, 7 kinds of evidence?
Yeah, 7 categories. Things like unacknowledged special access programs, imagery intelligence, human intelligence, signals intelligence, bureaucratic records, historical records, that sort of thing.
Quite a range.
Oh.
For this dive, though, we're focusing on one specific program, right? Immaculate Constellation.
That and some really compelling examples from U.S. government imagery, IMINT, and also defense human intelligence, so first-hand accounts.
Immaculate Constellation. What exactly is that supposed to be?
Well, according to this source material, it's an unacknowledged special access program, a USAP.
Okay.
And interestingly, it was apparently set up after the ATIP and AIO SAP stuff became public knowledge back in 2017.
Ah, so post-publicity, what's its mission?
Primarily gathering imagery intelligence. IMNT, specifically on UAP, and also these things called reproduction vehicles, ARVs or RVs.
Like production vehicles, what does that imply?
It implies a belief, at least within these circles, that some phenomena might be, well, platforms developed by studying or acquiring technologies of unknown origin.
So we might be trying to replicate this tech. That's quite something.
It's a major implication. So Immaculate Constellation acts like a hub for intel on these anomalous aerospace threats.
Using military intelligence assets.
Exactly. Tasked and untasked resources, low Earth orbit, atmosphere, aviation altitudes, even maritime. It suggests the USG knows about UAP signatures and maybe foreign efforts too.
And they keep this imagery locked down.
Apparently, yes. Sophisticated security to stop it circulating widely.
Okay, let's get into the visuals then. The IMNE examples. You mentioned a CNTCOM case. Metallic orbs.
Yeah, this one sounds pretty striking. Daytime footage, standard and infrared, showing around a dozen metallic orbs, maybe 3 to 6 meters each, flying in a tight cuboid formation, skimming the ocean surface really fast, and then just dispersing.
Cuboid. Wow. And they showed up on infrared.
White hot on FLIR,
Yeah.
With heat shimmer contrails, the formation itself is really unusual, suggests coordination.
Definitely not your average weather balloon.
What
else?
Another CNTCOM one, small medium oval UAP, high speed, low altitude over a sensitive coastal site, makes a sharp turn over the ocean.
Okay. And INDOPACOM. There was something about a triangle.
Right. Infrared footage of intelligence vessels at night. Suddenly, a large equilateral triangle UAP appears overhead. Bright corner lights, rotating beams.
And the analysis suggested
that it was a reproduction vehicle, an RV, and maybe even that the vessels knew it was coming. It's a big leap.
Foreknowledge. Yeah, that changes things. Any others that stand out visually?
Let's see. A large saucer, maybe 200, 400 meters circumference, seen by space-based infrared coming out of clouds. Black hot. It seemed to react evasively, like it knew it was being watched from space.
Aware of observation.
Then there's a boomerang shape, seen by a pilot and sensors, that apparently emitted a sphere of light and vanished inside it.
Vanished inside the light.
That's the description. And a jellyfish UAP crossing the U.S.-Mexico border against the wind, similar to things seen near DoD sites in Iraq and Afghanistan.
It's a pattern almost. What about the human intelligence side, the human T reports?
Reviewed over 400 reports spanning from 91 to 2022. Common shapes. Spheres, orbs, disks, saucers, ovals, tic-tacs. Triangles and boomerangs were rarer, but definitely there.
And common behaviors.
Across the board, you see reports of incredible speed, maneuverability that just shouldn't be possible, no obvious propulsion, electromagnetic effects on equipment.
You mentioned physiological effects earlier.
Yeah, that's in there too. Feelings of unease, sometimes described as almost trance-like. Device malfunctions near the UAP. Headaches. Eye strain reported by ground personnel in one case.
Can you give a specific example?
Sure. One details a medium-large orange-red sphere over a Navy carrier flight deck. It came down pretty close, maybe 100, 200 yards. Emitted light, but the light didn't actually illuminate anything.
Strange.
Yeah, and the surface was described as roiling. Then it shot straight up. Personnel nearby felt that deep unease, that trance-like feeling.
And the F-22 incident.
Right. Multiple metallic orbs intercepting an F-22 on patrol. They evaded radar lock, kind of boxed the fighter in. One orb apparently stayed in a fixed position near the cockpit during evasive maneuvers.
Forced the fighter out.
That's the report. Forced the F-22 to break off and leave the area.
Okay, so just to recap, we've got this alleged secret program, Immaculate Constellation, focusing on UAP, and maybe even our own attempts to replicate them. And then we have these government imagery and human intelligence reports painting a picture of, well, phenomena with the capabilities way beyond what we understand.
That's the core of it. Advanced capabilities, unexplainable characteristics, observed by military assets and personnel.
Which brings us back to the central concern, doesn't it? If this is real, why the alleged secrecy from Congress and the public?
That's the question hanging over all of this.
So considering everything we've just touched on, the detailed sightings, the program, the potential secrecy, what's the big question that leaves you thinking?
For me, it really forces you to confront the fundamentals. What are these things? Where do they come from? What's their intent? If this information is accurate, it challenges our basic understanding of, well, reality and certainly national security. What does it all imply? It leaves you with a lot to chew on.
I am not a king, I am not a saint. I have problems in my head, my friends told me I've changed. And I used to be gold like the first man made. Now I'm buried in the earth till the robin come and wake me